Hello, 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 and welcome to the Leeds Lounge. It is Friday, the 24th of February, and we've got some things to talk about. I got me notebook, and we're going to touch on some of the news for the start. So the news that we've got today: Javi has got his work permit. Yes. So everybody. I was watching Jer on The View earlier on, and he hit the nail on the head. Everybody can stop stressing now. Just let's calm down. We've got a manager. He'll be there tomorrow. So he's got his work permit there. Press conference, we'll start with that first. Press conference, I listened to it earlier on. It sounded really good. Didn't rabbit on, answered the questions quite direct, as honest as he could. It was a very, very good press conference. Couple of things to mention. He had some good things to say about Leeds. Quote here: everybody knows of the quality and the commitment and the passion and the drive from all the players is what impressed him and why he wanted to come to Leeds in the first place. They need to change the dynamic, he mentioned, which we can all agree on with that. He touched on then later on that obviously with the lack of time that he's had, obviously, all of the changes that he may have implemented won't come as of tomorrow, but they will come. So, very, very positive from him there. Also as well, the stupid question about his flex contract. And he mentioned, a coach's career could be one game or a lifetime. So he's not interested about his future. He's fully set on the goal that he knows that he's coming, and he's got his job is to keep Leeds up. So he's clear on the vision and what he needs to achieve here at Leeds, and that's what he's going to project for the rest of the season. So great answer to that question there. He's here to help with the situation, not just for the contract. Another direct quote from him there. He's helping us and himself as well. Obviously, as a coach, it's a big thing on him, as he did with Watford. Took them from a near relegation team to finishing 11th in the league and taking them to an FA Cup final. Leeds, as we know, still in the FA Cup, so that is very much on his mind as well there, which is fantastic. So it's very sort of similar to how he was with Watford. And if I can be a bit cocky and a bit cheeky, I feel like we have better players than he had with the Watford side. So I think he's going to fit in very, very well here. He said he likes to play in a way that the players feel comfy and secure. But he realises that aspects of the game need to change. So completely agree with him there. Again, another direct answer from him. There was no word on injuries. However, watching again Jet on The View earlier on said that Vober's shoulder is looking good. The fact that he played till half time seems to be a positive. Dislocated shoulder, I believe it was. Personally, after going through it, my shoulder's been pinned. I've had surgery, pinned my shoulder for dislocation. What's going on with me here? For dislocation. It could be days, it could be weeks. So that was quite vague. With I can't remember who Jay got his. It was off a credible source anyway. That one of the injury specialist had been talking and basically given some sort of update on Vober and how he's doing with his shoulder. So I would say that he probably won't be included in tomorrow, and he will be very, very missed as he's so prominent in that defensive role. But we'll have to see. What goes on there, and he's confident that he'll keep us up. So, yeah, altogether with the press conference today, I believe very, very, very positive, or as positive as it could be. He's had a bit of a crazy week with the work permit situation and stuff like that. He's got that now. He will be there tomorrow. Scoobs is obviously going to be with the first team now and the coaching staff of the first team. Obviously, Harry's brought all of his backroom staff with him as well. And if you want to know more about that, if you type in Leeds United, The View, Jer has far more great research than I do on that. But we're looking forward. We're looking forward to tomorrow. Tomorrow, the 25th of February, 3 p.m. It is Leeds v Southampton, and Leeds are at home, which we all know is massive for us. Our home crowd are one of, if not the best in the Premier League. And yeah, the crowd are going to support them and back them and get them through that game tomorrow. 3 points is absolutely vital. I said this time last week when we were to play Everton, that 3 points against Everton was vital. Didn't get those points. Absolutely appalling performance from the entire team. I couldn't pick one positive really out of that game. It just wasn't good. Probably the worst we've played all season. But they need to move forward now. Gracia obviously as well mentioned how important it is to get the 3 points tomorrow and how a win will project the boys. You know, we are very confidence-based players. If we're winning, you can't beat us. But we just need to get those 3 points. So it's a big game tomorrow. Again, playing at home, I think we can probably see pretty much the same setup as we did against Everton. Bar obviously Voba. I'm gonna say that Voba's not in, just due to his injury. So you'll probably see the likes of Cooper coming in there, and Ayling as well, which I don't particularly agree with. I don't think that's the best setup, but it's the best setup that we've got if Voba can't make it. So yeah, a vital 3 points. You can see from that table there. I believe the table is pretty much the same now. I'll double check it. Here we go. Let's have a look. So I've got the table there. Premier League. Let's have a look. See. So we're going to sit on the table. So yeah, Leeds sit in 19th with 19 points. So Leeds sit in 19th with 19 points and 19 points and a minus 10 goal difference. 1 point behind West Ham. 2 points behind Bournemouth and Everton. And 5 points behind Leicester City, sat there in 15th. So, yeah. The only difference being now is that table's not exactly correct. I mean, Nottingham Forest have 25 points now, not 24. Leicester stays the same. And Wolves are currently winning 1-0. So the Wolves are currently beating Fulham 1-0. So Wolves are sitting now at 13th with 26. So 7 points above us there. So it's all to play for. It's a 2-game swing. Hey, sweet. What food. Thank you. Cheers, babe. What's coming down? They're big cheese bites. Jesus. So yeah, 2-game swing really is what you're looking at for here. What have we got? Let's have a look at the games tomorrow. So Wolves currently winning. Wolves currently half time, winning 1-0. So tomorrow, let's have a look at the games. The Newcastle and Brighton game has been postponed. Everton and Villa. Ideally, as much as Villa I thought were in it, I think they're pretty much safe now. So we could do with Villa winning that. Leicester and Arsenal. Need Arsenal to win that. Leeds Southampton. Obviously, we need them 3 points, 100%. Bournemouth are playing Man City. We need Man City to do a job, not a Nottingham Forest job where Forest get a point there. So we need City to bury them tomorrow. But the issue game is West Ham and Forest. I think the best thing we could hope for tomorrow would really be a draw. Now, bearing in mind, if we have a look at the table, Say West Ham get a win tomorrow, they go up to 23 points. So 23 points would take them to 16th. If we also win, that would throw Everton and Bournemouth back into the bottom 3. Now, I feel like this is going to be the case for the next few weeks, is that teams are going to kind of rubber band and back and forth, up and down into the relegation zone. You've got the likes of here, Forest on the current table, due to Wolves playing at the moment. Forest sit 14th with 25. Leicester City 15th with 24. Everton 16th with 21. They're just above Bournemouth based on goal difference. Bournemouth are sitting at 21 as well with a minus 23 goal difference. West Ham are sat at 20th with 20 points with a minus 10 goal difference, and Leeds United 19th with 19 points with a minus 11 goal difference. So it's safe to say a win tomorrow is absolutely must. Now, bearing in mind, if we win tomorrow and West Ham win tomorrow, which is probably the best thing that we could go for, really, West Ham would then go 16th with 23 points, and we would go 17th with 22 points. However, if West Ham draw with Everton, that would put Everton on 22 points and West Ham on 21 points, which would catapult us to 16th above Everton, and it would knock Bournemouth back into relegation, because you would assume that Bournemouth would lose to Man City tomorrow. So, yeah. It's exactly where I didn't want to be. We're relying on other teams making mistakes, losing games, and we've got to win. So, it's difficult when you sit there and you look at Leeds' fixtures. So let's go through Leeds' fixtures. Okay. So, these are games, and I'm going to go back basically until we've won, not including the cup games. So, Leeds lost to Everton 1-0. They lost to Scum 2-0. Drew against Scum 2-2. Lost to Forest 1-0. Drew with Brentford 0-0. Lost to Villa 2-1. Drew with West Ham 2-2. Drew with Newcastle 0-0. Lost to Man City 3-1. And these are more cups. We lost to Tottenham 4-3. We lost to Wolves 1-0. Bournemouth was our last win. So let's put that into perspective. League games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We haven't won in 10 games. Couple of draws. We haven't won in 10 games. It's not good enough. And we know this. I've completely accepted relegation. If I'm honest, I've completely accepted relegation. And I think the rest of the Leeds United community would do best to do the same. So there's not really a lot. I should have made really a video about this rather than streamed it, but it's so easy on my setup to just stream, and it saves as a video anyway. So 3 points tomorrow, absolutely vital. Vital. And if we lose tomorrow, I truly believe we don't stay up. We can't. They had it on the tracker. What was it? Like the relegation tracker? I heard Joe, the Just Joe football show, was mentioning it, saying that Leeds needed at least 40 points to stay up. Well, that means that we need 21. So we need 21 points. And let's just sit and actually have a look at these games. Let's have a look. Right, bear me a sec. We'll do this and then we'll log off. Right. So these are my genuine predictions. So let's do a little tally, shall we? Let's do that. So I'm going to tally down the points. So we're going to go Leeds v Southampton. I'm going to say that's a win. Fulham is the Carabao. Leeds v Chelsea. I reckon we do that. I'm going to go with a win. Leeds v Brighton. We lose that all day. Leeds v Wolves. I reckon a draw. I don't think we'll do that. Leeds Arsenal is definitely a loss. Leeds not Forest. It's got to be a win. I'm going to put out the confidence. It's got to be a win. Leeds v Palace. I reckon a draw against Palace. Liverpool. Yes, we did them the first time. I'm going to go that we lose the second Liverpool game. Leeds v Fulham. Now, this all depends on how we do in the Carabao Cup as well. Fulham tend to be on form at the moment, but I reckon we could at least scrape a draw from that. Then we've got Leeds v Leicester. Leicester have had some great games this season, so I'm going to go with a loss there against Leicester. Leeds v Bournemouth. We've beat them once. We've got to beat them again. I'll go with a win. Man City, definite loss. Newcastle, I reckon we lose that as well. They won't settle for a draw that. West Ham, I mean, that could go either way, but I'm going to go for a loss against West Ham. And Tottenham, I'm going to go for another loss. So with points there, from what I've just predicted, we've got 3, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12, 15. We've got 15 points. So that sits us with 36 points. 36 doesn't keep you safe. Now, you could argue that maybe we get points at Leicester. We maybe get points at Palace, where I've put a draw. We maybe get points at Newcastle, where I put a draw. We might even pull it out our arse and do something against Tottenham and Liverpool. But that was optimistic that we get a win against Chelsea. I generally think that Javi is going to be great for us, and the boys are going to feel better having a manager and stuff in now, which is great. But I genuinely do think that we all get prepared for Championship football next season. The board have absolutely annihilated the team. The decisions they've made, the backing of Jesse Marsch for so long is disgraceful. He should have never been brought in, let alone been given that long. Jesse Marsch did not keep us up, Rafinha did, and anybody that disagrees with that is just lying to themselves. And it's nothing to do with the fact that he's American, but he just doesn't belong coaching football, or at least not Premier League football. But he's out anyway now, and we need to just look forward. I will back the boys, and I will back the coach. I do not back the board. The 49ers need to come in summer, take over, and sack all of them off, because Victor Orta is just an embarrassment. Since the whole sack of the board video, Leeds the only team in English football, that's all the leagues below us, that haven't won a game since he said that. So yes, Saka the board. Shout out to the Just Joe Football Show. Completely agree with him. So yeah, we're going to keep it short. We're going to keep it sweet there. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. And leave your comments down below, live on the video afterwards and stuff. Tweet at me. Twitter's literally just there. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. We're going to march on together tomorrow, give Javi all the support that we've got, give all the boys the support we've got, because they deserve it and they need it. We can stay up. It's a very, very big uphill climb, but climb it together we will. I'm going to love you. I'm going to leave you. Hopefully do a watch along tomorrow. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Marching on together. Leeds, Leeds, Leeds. Come on, lads. Come on.